In this series, I'm going to be showing you how to make an RPG from scratch, something like this, where it has a dialogue system with choices, and also an inventory, along with traveling between different rooms with transitions. So let's get started. How is it going? Okay, today we're starting the part 2 of the RPG series, and I made a couple art assets in preparation for this video. I already imported some of the props that we're going to be using, and you could use whatever you want and whatever you'd like, but these are the ones I will be using. And actually I have a couple more, and if you are confused about any kind of sprite importing, you can go ahead and name your sprite. So I'm going to be importing this fridge, put it in here, and then I like to just take it from this sprite sheet that I did of all the furniture and just do that. And now I have this image. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and import the rest of these, so I'll be right back. Now I have these imported. Make sure you put the origin of your sprites exactly where you want them to be centered with the floor, or at least what you think the floor is. In my case, I'm putting it about right here, and then make sure you set your collision mask to about what you want it to be, which I'm doing 2 above this. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this with these really quick, just like that. And now that you have those, I want you to go ahead and make an object for each of those objects. I guess for each of those that you imported. So I'm going to do a counter, and I have the counter sprite. And you don't have to put anything in here yet, except for the parent. Make sure you set it as collision if you want it to be something that is collidable. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this with all the objects I've imported already. Except I don't want it to do it with this, because this is a rug. So I want the player to be able to walk over it. So I'm not going to do anything there. And then the TV has collision, and I've already set the collision masks for those. Now let me just get the rest of these objects in really quick. I have a fridge. I have a sink, which is just the kitchen sink. I'm trying to get something to put together just so it's a little more presentable here. And then a dishwasher. It doesn't really matter what you name these. Now I have just a little demo set up here, and the first thing we're going to be covering is fixing depth. And now I have the collision. You can see all that's working now. Obviously I do get drawn behind most of this stuff, and that is not what we want to happen. So the way around that is going to be a really easy solution here. And we're just going to throw us a known collision, just because anything that has collision should be using this anyway. Just say depth equals -y, just like that. We're going to copy that and then put it in the object for all the non-collidables as well. Now, you will see this looks a little weird. And actually this non-collidable, if it's on the floor, I would actually put nothing. Now that I think about it, because we don't want it to be extruded out from the rest of this. Now, the player still doesn't seem to have depth, and the issue with that is we need to put that same line of code in the player step event. And now, if you look, we have perfect depth sorting based on the objects in the room, just like that. Okay, now that we have that covered, and that is quite literally as far as that will go. Just make sure you have collision set for all the stuff. Okay. And I'm going to put on hold putting these all in the room. What I want to get done now is tiles. So I want you to import a sprite with all your tiles. And if you don't have tiles, I would recommend to watch a video on that. And I guess I could make a video on that eventually. And I actually just want to keep it just like this. Make sure the top left has nothing, because that won't be able to be used in tile sets. And this just has all my assets that I'll be using. So if I go to tile sets here and create a tile set, I'm going to call it TS tiles because I am not very creative. And select that tile sprite. Now it'll pop up like this. I have all this stuff I need, and I have it grid oriented. So now if I go into my room, I can create a new layer called tiles. And I'm just going to name this walls. And I'm going to create another one for floors. Okay. I'm going to select the same sprite though. And I'll explain in a moment here. Actually, I'll explain now. So we're going to be pretty much using this to map out the layout for the floor. The floor is not going to have collision. So that is why we are going to be doing it that way. And we're just going to make a living room area here. Probably just a little kitchen here. Just a little one. And then I'll want to make stairs right there and maybe a door here. It's probably going to be what I want to do. Yeah, probably like that. Now I have the stair sprite. We're actually not going to count that as a floor or a wall because I'm weird. Not going to do it like that. But now that I have the floor mapped out and I kind of know what I want everything to do, we're going to go to the walls layer. And I have different tiles for different things. Like this is a wall. But if it hits that corner, I have an inner corner wall. And if I have an outer corner, I have that wall still. And I'll just tile it around here. Ooh, oopsie. And then I'll just do that, wrap it around. Just keep doing that. And then I have this one. And then I have more walls here. And I need to make sure to grab that other inner wall. And actually with my sprite layout, I need to actually put a floor tile on those corners because there's one pixel that will be invisible. Now we're going to go ahead and map out this part. Okay. Now we really need to make sure to get this back wall here because there's going to be stairs there. We need to show some sort of depth. Now I'm just going to move these objects out of the way and kind of just put them where I want them. I'll probably put them right here, to be honest. Just like that. Looks pretty nice. And then... Okay, and then I wanted to make one more layer here for stairs. And I want this to draw above the walls, so these are in order for where you want them to be visible. So floors on the bottom, walls in the middle, stairs on top. Stairs make the most sense to be visible. So I have this. Just does not look like the newest version of my sprite, actually. Which I guess it is. Okay, it deleted some of my work. That's all right. Okay, whatever. We don't need it. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and shorten this, actually. Oops, I accidentally put these walls on the floor. That's my mistake. Yeah, make sure you keep your layers proper, or else you will get a lot of issues. Because the way we're going to be doing collisions is very important. So I like to just toggle, just kind of see what we have, which that looks right now. Just make sure, perfect. Now we're on the stairs layer. We're going to place stairs right there. That's where I wanted those. Now, actually, no. Now that I think about it. Ooh, confusion. Yeah, no, we do want the stairs here. Because we're going to have a thing that transports us to another room. And then we're going to go ahead and just finish placing our instances. But that is how you tile out a little room template. I'm going to go ahead and just set the background to black, just like that. And actually, I'm not going to set it to black. I'm going to set it to my darkest color in my palette. Which I'm just going to manually enter this because I am lazy. and then 47. That is now the darkest color in our palette. And I need to make sure not to use that. So now that looks proper with the colors that I'm using. Now I'm going to go ahead and place the fridge on the wrong layer. Fridge. Okay, let's get the dishwasher probably here. I want a sink, counter, fridge. Just like that. That's the layout I wanted. And then I actually had a different floor sprite as well, just for the kitchen. And you can kind of do whatever you want with those. I'm also going to put that in the entryway. But now, if you go ahead and run this, there it is. The game looks a lot more alive. And you can see we walk through walls. And there is a solution to that. The annoying solution would be to go and place collisions all along the walls, and we are not doing that. Since we have a walls layer, that's going to be important. So we're going to go into the player and set up some tile collisions. I'm going to call this wall tiles equals layer tile map get ID, layer get ID, and then the layer name in quotations, which mine is walls. Now, you have to make sure that that layer actually exists when you do this. I don't believe it'll crash if it doesn't exist, but it won't do anything. So just make sure you do that proper. Now, we're going to go back to our collision checks, and where it says, oh, collision, we're going to make that an array and just add in wall tiles and do that with all of the collision checks. Just like that. Now, if you go ahead and run this, the walls now have collision. And the stairs also don't have collision, but that's intended. You'll see what I plan to do with that soon. But that is that. Cool. Now, we just want to... So for stuff like this with the stairs, I don't want this to have collision, but I want the railing to have collision. So with stuff like this, this is where we will come and manually put in collisions. Just like that. Now, if I run this, that will actually be visible, and that's a problem, but it has collision, just like we want. Perfect. Now, in the collision object, the parent, we're going to say if object index is equal to, I know this sounds really funny, collision, visible equals false. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because collision is its own object, but the children of collision don't actually get sensed as the object index of the parent. So these are still visible, but this one is not, but it's still there, as you can see. Yeah, that is how we do tile map collisions, tile sets, and also some props and depth. Anyways, part 3, we're going to cover a little more important stuff, like transferring between rooms, and actually kind of build the game feel itself. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode.